Aurora looking to remain unbeaten in conference play. A battle of tough defenses on the way here from Spartan Athletic Park. It is today's Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference matchup between the Green Knights of St. Norbert College and the Spartans of Aurora University. So glad you're with us on this Saturday. My name is Sean Fry, coming to you from beautiful Montgomery, Illinois. We've got a gorgeous day on the agenda today. Aurora 4-0 in conference play, 5 straight victories coming into this one. They have won 27 straight conference games, 5th longest league winning streak in Division III, and for that matter in the country. They've also won 14 straight games at home. That's one of the longest streaks in the country as well, in the top 5 in Division III. Of course, last time they were at Vago, a rout of Wisconsin Lutheran, and then last week, coming off the bye, visited Eureka and picked up a 72-13 victory. Aurora scored in 9 of its first 11 drives, and they scored points defensively, believe it or not, for the 5th straight week. It wasn't a touchdown this time, but it was a safety in the 4th quarter forced by Isaiah Perrin. So Aurora roaring to 4-0 in league play. St. Norbert right behind them had a chance to stay level and make this a battle of league unbeatens last week. Couldn't get it done as they lost to Concordia, Wisconsin in overtime, 28-21. And a game where just too many turnovers for St. Norbert to remain in the football game. Having said that, they'll look to bounce back here, and they have been a defense that has been very good, one of the top 30 in the country, and the nation's leader, or rather the conference's leader, at just over 13 points allowed per game. They've only allowed 8 touchdowns all season. So a very good defensive unit for St. Norbert, but Aurora not so bad themselves. They lead the country in interceptions with 16. They're only allowing a bit more than 16 points per game, and they have been absolutely dominant in conference play. They're only allowing 54 rushing yards against NAC opponents, the Spartans are. Just 161 yards through the air and only 11 red zone trips allowed. Could be a defensive struggle. Usually is not when the Aurora offense is involved, but we'll find out here in a matter of moments. It's week number 7 for the Spartans, and it's on the way here at athletics.aurora.edu.
our country with the playing of our nation's anthem, performed today by the Aurora University Pep Band under the direction of Rodney Schuller.
Aurora and St. Norbert on the way here in a matter of moments. The coin toss about to occur here, and the referee today, Jeffrey Mansilla. Headline judges Patrick O'Malley, field judges Charles Blackwell, the back judge Brian Patterson. Umpire today, Matthew Ernertle. Line judges Chad Rasmussen, the side judges William Hart. And not one of the officials, but our camera operator today is Jalen Deppenbrock, who will not be the last time you'll hear that name on our broadcast, as we have men's soccer coming up on a busy, busy day here for Aurora University Sports. Women's soccer coming up. That's the nightcap here at Sporting Athletic Park. And women's volleyball set to get underway here in about an hour as well. As the coin toss gets underway, let's bring you the starting lineups. First on offense for the host Spartans, Josh Swanson, the senior quarterback, leads the country with 29 passing touchdowns and in points responsible for 31 per game and 186 total. He'll be the quarterback here for the Spartans. Jaquay Creedon, the senior from Bastrop, Texas, in the backfield with them. The receivers, Trey Madsen from Montgomery, Illinois, along with the junior Michael Boland out of Huntley, and Tyler Duncan playing tight end, the senior from Madison Follett. Aurora has won the toss. They have deferred, and St. Norbert will take the ball and move left to right across your screen. Real quick, offensively on the line for Aurora, up front, Chris Toth, Matt Kickle, Jackson Nazos, Jalen Cole, and James Shankle. That's an all-senior offensive line for the Spartans. Offensively for St. Norbert, the senior quarterback Richie Gillis getting the start here for the Green Knights. Delton Zuliger is the running back, a junior. And then the wideouts, Austin Miller and Parker Lawrence, both sophomores, with the senior Cameron Kruger and the junior tight end Tommy Heft. Along the line, senior Nathan Krazan, the senior Eli Blahowiak, Hunter Husek, the sophomore center, joined by sophomore right guard Max Larson, and Fabian Sepulveda, the junior from Milwaukee, at right tackle for the Green Knights, led by head coach Dan McCarty in year 7 at St. Norbert. For Aurora defensively, it's Cole Tandy and Otis Watts, the ends, with Jalen Jordan and Jared Pratt in the middle. Linebackers Christian Bauer and Marcellus Ramius. Giancarlo Marjarejo is in the secondary, along with corners Zaya Smith and Ben Slatkoff, Connor Nordmeyer, and Ernesto Ramirez starting as safeties for Aurora. Spartans wearing black uniforms with blue pants, white helmets, moving right to left across your screen. The AU logo on the lid. St. Norbert left to right in white uniforms with green numbers, green and gold trim, and golden helmets. They are set to receive as it's Austin Miller and Joe Jung back for the kick. As it looks like it's Austin Wheelgo set to send this away for Aurora, and that's twice now the ball has fallen off the tee. So Aurora will require someone to go on in and hold it. it is blustery. And if you've been to Spartan Athletic Park, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, how is that any different than any other time? If winds from the south at 5 to 15, so it's blowing more or less directly in the direction Aurora is kicking it, and in fact, Wheel Ghost just hammers it all the way through the end zone on a line. So the Knights will start at their own 25, and we'll see what Gills is able to do here with the Green Knights offense, averaging 20 points per game. St. Norbert, in fact, you don't see this score very often. 2 weeks ago, won at Wisconsin Lutheran. Now, recall, Aurora defeated Wisconsin Lutheran 62 to 17. The Green Knights won it 7 to 0. The defense did its part. Offense looking for a better showing. So the pistol to start things. 2 receivers out of the nearest side. 3 down linemen for Aurora, and it's John Trin who will get the handoff here on first down, and he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage here. Senior from Skokie, Illinois, one of a 1-2 punch here for the Green Knights, as he and Delton Zuliger both sharing the rock here. And Dan McCarty praised how they've played together. Really likes the competition that those two bring to their running back position. It's going to remain Trin here in the backfield. 3 receivers slot near side. 4 on the front for Aurora, 1 safety deep. Gills throwing it through the seam, complete to Parker Lawrence, and he will be close to the first down, but it looks like he'll be spotted a yard short at the 34. Here in the opening minute, Aurora and St. Norbert, the contest. Week 7 for both teams, and a big one here where St. Norbert can get level at the top of the conference with Aurora, potentially also with Benedictine or CUW, depending on how things go today. 3rd and a yard from the pistol, and they'll let Zuliger try to get it, and on the second effort, he is across the line of scrimmage, and for that matter, across the line to gain. Gain of 2, and a first down here for St. Norbert on their first 3rd down conversion attempt. Wasn't for the lack of moving the chains last week. They were 10 of 17 on 3rd down. Just a bit shy of 50% on the season. They get a new set of downs here from their own 36. Play action. Gills with all kinds of time, but held the football too long and pays the price. As that's Cole Tandy bursting in for his 5th sack of the season, 2nd best in the conference, and it ends up being a loss of 9 on the play. Make that 8 as they'll put it down at the 28-yard line. The protection was great. Call it a coverage sack, as Gills had nowhere to put the football and ended up on the turf. 2 minutes and change gone first quarter, opening drive of the football game. St. Norbert now well behind the chains, looking at 2nd and 18 here. 3 receivers again. Once again, 4 down linemen, 2 safeties deep for the Spartans. Gills out into the flat for Zuliger, who will get back between the chains. A nice gain on the wheel route, and then a late hit, as it looked like Zuliger, I don't know if he tripped over a Spartan player or was pulled down. A little hard to see over there on the Green Knights sideline, but it would certainly appear that this one's going to be moving down the field. It is a late hit on Aurora. So they'll move the ball 15 yards here. I believe Zuliger was out at the 40. Looks like he was out at the 37. So they move the football to the Aurora 48 after the gain of 9. And a new set of downs here for St. Norbert. Pistol 3 receivers. Aurora shows blitz as Christian Bauer tiptoed up to the line. Now he pulls it back here as Aurora now bringing the safety up into the play as Zuliger gets the handoff, tries to go around right tackle, and is met by Marcellus Ramius. And that's probably not the first time we'll say his name, as it's his 12th tackle for a loss this season. Best on the Spartans and 2nd best in the conference. Ramius has been fantastic for Aurora and sets up 2nd and 11 here for the Green Knights. Pistol once again. Have to expect that St. Norbert will put this one in the air. 11:42 to play in the first quarter. Ball just past midfield on the Aurora side of the field. No score so far. 2 safeties for the Spartans, 3 receivers. Slot far side for St. Norbert. Gills needing to get rid of it. Flushed out to his right, directing traffic, and ends up overthrowing Zuliger on the sideline. Would have been a short gain. It'll set up 3rd and 11 here, as St. Norbert looks to avoid having to punt into the wind here. We do have an all-conference punter in Brody Wodak, but even a punter with the leg that he has will have some difficulty today. 3 receivers, shotgun look here for St. Norbert. Aurora looking to rush 4. Linebackers feign a blitz. We'll see if they still go here after Gills changes the play. 4 receivers, trips to the left. Aurora does bring a blitz. Gills steps up, delivers the football. It's hanging up there and it's dropped, but a flag comes in as Kruger wasn't able to make the catch, and apparently now we know why. As the official out on the far side throws the flag, and it's pass interference on the Spartans. So the pass interference will move the football up to the Aurora 34 and extend the drive. Have to give Gills a lot of credit. Dan McCarty, when I had a chance to talk to him, told me he has good command of what they're trying to do offensively and that his teammates look to him for leadership, and that's how you get it. Facing a blitz, stepped up into the pocket and got the ball downfield, and doesn't get the completion but ends up getting a new set of downs. Pistol 3 receivers for the Green Knights. No score, 11-17 to play in the first. 4 on the front line for Aurora. Handoff is for Trin, who is chased out to the near sideline. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure if he got all the way back. It'll be no gain at best. And once again, running the football, difficult for Spartan opponents. It will be no gain. Now, granted, there's a sack in here for a loss of 8 yards, but if you take that out of it, St. Norbert, 4 rushes, 1 yard. Needing to deliver the football through the air at this point to pick up any yardage. 2nd and 10, 3 receivers again. Another pistol look here. This time it's a play action and a throw for a diving Parker Lawrence on the skinny post, but it was underthrown. And it'll be 3rd and long coming up here. You have to believe at this area of the field, and particularly with the wind blasting as it is into the St. Norbert faces. Now this is 4-down territory, and we'll see if offensive coordinator Dennis Cooper maybe keeps that in mind and doesn't try to deliver this one past the sticks. Trips to the left, 4 receivers in total. 2 safeties deep for the Spartans. They'll rush 4 here. Play clock running down. Gills gets the snap off. He's in trouble. Throws it to the sideline, and it's just out of the reach of Owen Kudik. And so that'll bring up 4th down. And again, it's quite frankly not a situation where you can really punt the football. At least not traditionally. I suppose it wouldn't be a huge shock to see Gills maybe deliver the pooch punt here, but we'll see. Trips left, 4 receivers. 4th and 10 here. Green Knights will look to move the chains, and they will do exactly that. The in route complete to Austin Miller, and he'll take it out into the red zone. Gain of 15 on 4th down. And St. Norbert will have a 1st and 10 from the Aurora 19. 12th play of the drive coming up. It's run nearly 5 minutes off the clock. A sensational first drive for the Green Knights, but they're just 14 of 23 this season in the red zone. 61% to finish with points. Jet sweep here. Kruger takes it around left tackle, takes a huge hit on the sideline at the end of the play. It will be positive yardage. That's one of the longer rushes today for St. Norbert as they pick up a couple. Down to the 17. That was Ernesto Ramirez who delivered the hit at the end of the play. 2nd and 8. Under 9.5 to play. First drive of this football game. No score, but for how much longer? Play action. Gills rolls to his right. No one's open, so he dumps it off into the flat. That's complete for Dylan Rhodes. He takes a shot at the end of the play. Down to the 12, 5 more, and 3rd and short for the first time. As St. Norbert 1 for 2 on 3rd down. The pass interference not included. And we'll see what they can do here, not needing much to set up a goal-to-go situation. Pistol look here. They'll hand it off to Trin. Spins by the first defender, battles down to the 10. If he got the extra yard, it's a first down. And on the far sideline, they'll signal it and move the chains for 1st and goal. Ball down. Looks like on the 8-yard line. Gain of 4. 5 first downs on this drive for St. Norbert. And they've run nearly half of the first quarter off the board. That's one way to keep Aurora from piling up the points. 2 receivers, pitch to the left. That's Lawrence trying to get to the edge, turns up field, absorbs a hit, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain here. 16th play of the drive coming up, 2nd and goal. Under 8 minutes to play in the game's opening drive, no score. Well, what more can you say here? The Green Knights have been able to steadily advance the football down the field. They'll try it again here on 2nd and goal. 2 receivers on the near side of the formation. Pistol again. They'll hand it off to Trin. Cuts upfield. Near the goal line. Stopped just short. It's taken down at the 1. Looks like it was Ramirez making the tackle. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. And you have to believe that it's 4-down territory no matter what here. Would really seem to be no downside if you don't get it in here and don't take a significant loss. Zuliger in the backfield. Gills will take this out of the pistol. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. Zuliger gets the carry, and he doesn't get in. So it's going to set up 4th and goal from the 1. 6:37 to play. Now it is worth noting that St. Norbert has not made a field goal longer than 19 yards this season. They're 1 for 7. So they're going to go for it here, try to pound it in, or else pin Aurora on their own goal line. Gills under center, will keep it himself. We wait for the call. Did he get in? Still waiting. There's a huge pile at the goal line. He did not get in. It's a turnover on downs just shy of the goal line. And it ends an 18-play drive that ran nearly 9 minutes off the clock. But it doesn't end in points. My goodness. Now, it was against these same St. Norbert Knights in 2019 that Gavin Zimbelman in a similar spot hit Jacoby Maxwell. That was a 92-yard touchdown. This would be very difficult here from their own 1. They will throw a slant on 1st down, and it was underthrown. as that one was intended for Connor Bright, sophomore from nearby Plainfield, Illinois. It'll set up 2nd and 10 from the Spartan 1-yard line. They'll be in the pistol here. 3 receivers and a tight end. Make that 4 receivers. Swanson, he'll hand it off to Jaquay Creedon, and he barely gets out of the end zone. St. Norbert signaling for the safety, and the linesman does not agree. So the Spartans' first drive pinned near their own goalposts. Aurora on the season on 3rd down, 43%. 4 receivers. Swanson in the pistol here with Creedon. Back to throw, has to get rid of it quickly, and it's dropped as Jung came in. Returning starter in the secondary to knock that one away, and now Aurora with an unenviable need to punt here, and Kevin Landa is not going to have nearly any time to work with. St. Norbert 3-4 defense, able to force a 3-and-out right away. 5:25 to play in the first. No score. Heilig will have the wind at his back. He'll have to get rid of it very quickly, and does. Spiral kick, all time, all day to return this, but Parker Lawrence will back off of it, and it'll be down right at midfield. And St. Norbert will take over there. Defensive starters, by the way, for the Green Knights, Isaac Sidden, Parker Violette, and Brian Buchmeyer. Linebackers Tyler McCabe, Sam Barnett, Kyle Santos, and Michael Creighton. One of the leaders in the league in interceptions, Alex Campbell, tied for first. Top 5 in the country at one corner, Mark Thomas at the other, Joe Jung and Drew Jurack as the safeties, and they force a 3-and-out for St. Norbert on Aurora's first possession. So after they had the ball for 8 minutes and 57 seconds, the Green Knights line it up again in the shotgun, 3 receivers, and the handoff here for Zuliger. And I'm not sure if that was a designed counter or if he realized where he was going was not there, and he reverses field and is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up here, as Aurora once again smothering the run. Be a pistol and 3 receivers on 2nd and 10 from midfield for the Green Knights. St. Norbert will see how they respond after being stopped inches from the goal line on their first possession. Sit-down route here for Cameron Kruger, and Gills puts it on him at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it will set up a 3rd and reasonable here for the Green Knights. 2 for 4 in this football game on 3rd down. Team that graduated 3 all-conference selections on offense and really only have 2 or 3 returning starters from last season. Trying to move the chains here from midfield. It's a pitch to the left. That Zuliger cuts back upfield, and he'll be short. Looks like by a yard. And it's a decision to make here. You're on the 41. You're into the wind. You need 3 feet. Have to think St. Norbert's going to go for this here with 3:44 to play in a scoreless football game in this opening quarter. Aurora will try to get off the football field again. The Spartan defensive unit has allowed just 4 4th-down conversions on 13 tries this season. They have been sensational. Handoff to Zuliger, bursts through the hole and is all the way down to the 36 for the first down. And so St. Norbert, a new set of downs here, and looking very good so far in this first quarter. No points to show for it here. From the 36, pistol and 3 receivers, as Gills has Trin behind him in the backfield. The senior from Skokie here in the Chicagoland area. Career best 80 yards last week in the loss to Concordia, Wisconsin. He'll get the ball here and will work his way forward for a gain of a yard. Spartan defense bending, but has not broken here in this first quarter. And Don Beebe will be the first to give the credit to defensive coordinator Troy Shepard and the guys on defense who, he says, really bought in after the second half against Hope. Aurora gave away a 17-point lead. Really thought the defense sharpened up and focused and been on the field a lot here in this first quarter. Haven't given up any points. Slant route here from Lawrence, and Gills put it behind him. Lawrence not able to make the catch, and it's third down coming up. Lawrence was an all-conference returner last season. Had 11 catches for a $119 and a touchdown last week for his second career 100-yard game. A sophomore from Hortonville, Wisconsin, has been a big part of this passing game, but not able to come up with the football. So it's 3rd and 9, and again, you'd have to think 4-down territory here for St. Norbert. 2:09 left in the first, no score. Green Knights with trips to the right, 4 receivers overall. Gills throws it deep, looking for Kruger, puts it on him at the 10, and it'll be another 1st and goal for St. Norbert, as Marjarejo was in coverage, but the throw was where only Kruger could get to the football. A nice over-the-shoulder catch, and it's 1st and goal. That'll be to the 3-yard line, and St. Norbert will try to take it in again. They've had the football for all but 47 seconds in this first quarter. First down, Zuliger. Slips off center, but not much of a gain, if any, here. 90 seconds to play in the first. Is no gain. Now, if you can go an entire quarter and keep the Aurora offense to just 3 snaps, you're doing something right offensively. 2nd and goal from the 3. Gills pitching it to Lawrence in motion, and he's in trouble. Chased down from behind. Ball comes out. That was on contact. Looks like Ramirez was in there with the chase down from behind, and it's a loss here, setting up 3rd and goal from the 8. Final minute of the first. Now from this spot on the field, you don't advance the football, maybe you do think about the field goal. It'll be a shotgun look. 3 receivers, tight end and the slot on the near side. Gills rolls right into the end zone, complete for the touchdown to Austin Miller. And St. Norbert strikes first with 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Completes a 10-play, 50-yard drive and ran off nearly 5 minutes. Here is Diego Preslakowski, the freshman from Florence, Wisconsin, looking to add the PAT. Nearly blocked. It spins to the left and misses. And it'll be 6-0, just 25 seconds remaining in this first quarter. So the Spartans will indeed get more than just 3 snaps. And we'll find out where they're going to be starting with the football. It's going to be a tall order here for the St. Norbert kicker into this wind. Now it's worth noting it is 72 degrees right now, so it may be windy, but no one's complaining. It's October. Now Jalen Deppenbrock is in here. The final week of the regular season, you've played in much colder than this. This must be a treat. You can more or less count on 55 at best this time of year, it feels like. And the sun shining, and has certainly been shining on the St. Norbert offense. 4 for 7 on 3rd down. They've outgained Aurora 97-0 here in the first quarter. Again, because the Spartans have had only 3 snaps to this point. It's going to be Brody Wodak here sending it away. the kickoff specialist for the Green Knights for a number of years. And he will hit this one on a line, but it spins out to the left and out of bounds. So the illegal procedure will put this one on the 35-yard line. And again, Aurora will get at least one snap here. Other games today, Benedictine and Rockford set to get underway at 1 o'clock. Same for Concordia, Wisconsin at home against Lakeland. And then Eureka home to Wisconsin Lutheran tonight. Again, this one starting an hour earlier than typically. That is because we have the triple header here at Spartan Athletic Park today. So a little bit of early afternoon football here, earlier than usual. Empty backfield, 4 out to the left of the formation for Josh Swanson on this first play of their second drive. 6-0, first quarter, 25 seconds to play. Here is James Montino motioning into the backfield here, and he'll take the handoff and bursts through the line out to the 40 for a gain of 5.
Brought down at the 40-yard line, gain of 5 on
We'll
the
see
play.
if Aurora tries to rush one more snap off here with the wind at their backs. They'll have to hurry. Spartans get lined up, 3 seconds here, and Aurora's not going to get the snap off. So they'll move the football 20 yards to the other side of the field. Aurora will go into the wind coming up. 6-0, St. Norbert in front here through a quarter at Spartan Athletic Park. This is Aurora University football at athletics.aurora.edu. Second quarter about to begin here, 6-0, St. Norbert in front. Aurora now moving left to right in a white, black, and blue combination here against St. Norbert in gold and white jerseys. Josh Swanson in the pistol here for the Spartans. Hand off to Jaquay Creedon on 2nd and 5, and the pile moves forward out to the Aurora 43. So third down coming up. Creedon coming in with 552 yards rushing, better than 6 per carry. Those are both top 10 numbers. Also has 6 rushing touchdowns. On 3rd and 2, like Swanson took it himself, didn't get there. Will be stopped up about a half-yard short here, and that'll set up a 4th and goal, not even at midfield. So Swanson gets right back up to the line and does get the first down. We have a great look at it from here. As you could see Swanson's torso all the way over the 45. That's all he's going to get. Well, actually, they will give him the extra yard here out to the 46. And so Aurora on 4th down now, 9 for 15. Opening minute, second quarter, Spartans down 6-0, trying to get on the board. They've run only 7 plays. Pistol, slot left side, 2 safeties deep for St. Norbert. I'll rush 4 here. Swanson back to throw all day, complete to the nearest sideline. That is Michael Boland, who stayed inbounds somehow and then got back upfield inside the St. Norbert 35. And Aurora with back-to-back first downs here. That's a gain of 19. Boland, a terrific route runner for this Spartan offense. And not only that, great footwork on the sideline to stay in bounds and keep on going. 1st and 10 now. Aurora across midfield for the first time today, empty backfield. Wheel route to Montino, who made a one-handed catch, and maybe he shouldn't have. So he ends up losing a couple as he needed a split second to secure the football.
2nd down and 12 yards to go for the Spartans.
It ended up paying the price a little bit for the hesitation. Second at a dozen. 13 and change. I'll make that now 12 and change. Under 13 to play in this first half. 6-0 Green Knights. Swanson from the shotgun. He'll dump it off. Screen here for Maltino, who's across the 30. Out to the 29. That'll be a gain of 7. And it will set up a third and medium here for Aurora. The Spartans 0 for 2 on third down. Last week against Eureka, they went 7 of 13. We'll see if the third time is in fact the charm here for Aurora. Swanson in the pistol with Creedon behind him. 4 receivers. No safeties high. Pass complete to Boland on the right side of the 20. And Aurora into the red zone here as Boland will pick up another couple yards. It's a gain of 11. And the crowd in unison calling for the first down here. Aurora into the red zone, where they have scored 84% of the time, 27 of 32 in the red zone. All 27 scores are touchdowns. Don Beebe, if you haven't noticed, not a man who often goes to the field goal unit in this area of the field. Maltino with Swanson in the shotgun. He'll take it here. No, he doesn't. That was Swanson who faked me. Took it up the middle. And he'll be up ahead straight forward for a gain of 4 that time. And a good thing, because Maltino would have been down for a loss. But Swanson keeps it. And 2nd and 6 forthcoming here now inside the 15. 11:15 left in the second quarter. 6-0 St. Norbert. 4 receivers stacked on each side. Play action. Throwing up the middle, and a terrific defensive play by Joe Jung to deny Connor Bright what would have been a touchdown on his first career reception. 3rd and 6 here for Aurora. Joe Jung, the safety in coverage, who his head coach said was a football guy, knows what they're trying to do out there defensively, and praised the experience he brought to this lineup. Puts it on display there. Now 3rd and 6. Trips to the left. Swanson with the screen. That's Maltino. Takes a hit. A nice open field tackle by Sam Barnett. It'll be a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 4th down. And it looks like 5 here. 10:44 to play in the second. And St. Norbert's defense trying to get off the field here on the 12th play of this Aurora drive. 4 receivers, 3 to the left of the formation. Maltino is with Swanson in the backfield. Shotgun here. Swanson looks left, throws right, and a late flag comes in that will extend the drive. Pass intended, I believe, for Ty Pruitt. It was Mark Thomas in coverage. And it looks like Thomas is going to get the pass interference. He was in the end zone, so that'll move the football to the 2-yard line, and Aurora will get no more than 4 tries from there to knot up this football game. 6-0, St. Norbert in the lead, 10:21 to play before halftime. Empty backfield. Swanson throws the slant route, and that was knocked down. Looked like Logan Dorner able to get a hand on that. Trey Madsen, the intended target. It'll be 2nd and 2 here.
Logan Dorner on the coverage for St. Norbert. 2nd down and goal to go.
Pistol again here. I said empty backfield last time. I meant Pistol. Creedon was with Swanson. Now Creedon gets the football, tries to take it in, and he does not. He's stopped up just short of the goal line. 3rd and maybe a foot here to get for Aurora. They are right there in front of the goal line. Under 10 to play in this second half. We'll see if Swanson goes under center, and he does here. 3rd and goal at the goal line. Swanson puts a receiver in motion, play action, now wheels to his left, wide open in the end zone is Michael Boland for the touchdown. A fantastic play design. Got the entire St. Norbert defense on the near side of the field. Michael Boland all by himself on the other side of the field. 7th touchdown catch of the season. 6 all for now. And Matthew Heilich looking to add the PAT and put Aurora in the lead. Good snap. Boland has to put this one down, and he does. Heilich splits the uprights, and it's 7-6. Aurora in front, 9:37 to play in this first half. This is Aurora University football. Aurora in front, 7-6. St. Norbert about to embark on its 3rd drive. They have run 28 plays, but Aurora just peeled off a 14-play, 65-yard drive that ran nearly 6 minutes off of the clock. So several long drives here as Wilgos hits this one into the wind. It'll be fielded at the 20 by Austin Miller, and he will be out past the 30. Tough situation to kick into here.
Austin Miller on the return.
Looks like the football will be down at the 34-yard line, I believe, is where the drive will begin.
They'll spot it at the 34-yard line, and that's where St. Norbert will take over.
Now, right now, St. Norbert 97 yards, nearly 3.5 per play. Aurora only a bit better than 3 yards per play, so it has been a defensive battle so far, with both teams giving up little bits here and there. 3 receivers, a pistol look here for Richie Gills, and Delton Zuliger takes the carry and hits the seam. He's across the 40, and a nice gain here for the Green Knights on first down. They'll put him out to the 33 and a gain of 9, or the 43 rather, and a gain of 9. And it's worth noting here, St. Norbert, not a team that's going to beat itself with penalties, and a lot of times, especially against tough defenses with slow developing plays like that, it's not unusual to see a holding call, but the Green Knights, one of the best in the country at avoiding penalties, just outside the top 10 with only 22 penalties through 6 games and only 218 yards. That's in the top 25 nationally. Those marks both lead the NAC. On 2nd and 1, quick out for John Trin, complete for the first down. And looks like Trin will be just shy of midfield. Maybe a little more shy of midfield than I thought. Gain of 4. So we'll be on the St. Norbert 47. Nearly 8.5 to play in the first half. Aurora leading 7-6, and St. Norbert looking to advance the football again. Run pass option, Zuliger takes the carry, tries to bounce it back out across the formation, and to his credit, was able to pick up a yard out of that. No easy task there. Connor Nordmeyer in on the tackle.
Gain of a yard on the play.
2nd and 9 here for the Green Knights. Again, they have the wind at their back here, moving right to left, the wind right out of the south. Gills back to the pistol. Slot receiver near side, plus the tight end. Snap is dropped, so Gills has to run for it. And he does get back to the line of scrimmage, so it could have been worse. But it's 3rd and long coming up.
It's 3rd down.
St. Norbert 4 for 7 on 3rd down in this football game. Shotgun, 4 receivers, trips to the left. Aurora looking to rush 3. They have 2 safeties deep. Cole Tandy upright at the near side of the line as Gills calls out signals. Steps up into the pocket, throws it up the middle, but the throw was just out of the reach of a diving Owen Kudik. And that will bring the punt unit on as Brody Wodak will be called upon for the first time in this one to punt the football at least. Wodak averaging 43 per punt. He's gotten 10 fair catches and put 7 inside the 20 this season. Again, a first-team all-conference punter last season, and that 43-yard average, by the way, top 5 in the nation.
Wodak on the punt for St. Norbert.
Maltino back for the punt. This kick is a spiral kick and just had too much on it with the wind at his back. It's into the end zone, and Aurora will take over at their own 25. 6:52 left here in the 2nd quarter. Stand corrected. They'll take over at their own 20. Third drive here for Aurora. Again, forced to a 3-and-out on their first drive after St. Norbert was stopped at the goal line. Not really a whole lot Aurora could do there, but a 14-play, nearly 6-minute drive on their last time out. And they'll come out with 4 receivers and a pistol look here. Trips to the right. Creedon gets the carry. Through the line, bursts forward, and will have a gain of about 7. Maybe 8 here as well. 2nd and short coming up. In fact, 2 here after Creedon picks up 8. And Aurora will now look to push the pace. They'll give it to Creedon again, who will have the first down with a yard to spare. Gain of 3, 1st and 10 from the 31 coming up, under 6.5 remaining in this 2nd quarter. 7-6, the Spartan advantage. Trips again to the right. Creedon gets the football again, and this time is met at the line of scrimmage. That was Tyler McCabe, and John Beck in on the tackle. Beck from Our Lady of the Sacred Heart High School in Rockford. 4 receivers here out to the near side of the formation. Play action and then a receiver screen here as Boland bubbled outward, makes the catch and takes it ahead out to the 38 for a gain of 7. Nearing 5.5 to play before halftime and a 1-point game. 3rd down here, Aurora just 1 for 4. Trips to the left, play action, and then Swanson too much lead on Michael Boland there. And the punt unit will come on. Well, this is what the St. Norbert defense does. They apply pressure and force mistakes, and even Aurora, or as high-powered as this offense has been, averaging just shy of 500 yards per game and 57 points. Those 57 points, by the way, 2nd best in the country, just a field goal short of North Central. Apparently they score a lot here in this area of the country. Punt here from Kevin Landis, fair caught near the St. Norbert 40-yard line. 5:16 left second quarter here. But even Aurora, with those numbers, has not been able to have it as easily as maybe they have so far in the conference. And the Green Knights have come ready to play. They're down by a point here, though, 7-6, 5 and change left before halftime. Pistol and 4 receivers for the Green Knights, trips to the left. It's Gills calling the signals here as the play clock runs down to 3. They will get the snap off. Gills looking left, he's in trouble, and it'll be taken down from behind. That'll be Cole Tandy with the sack, although it ended up being 3 players who are in on the sack there. And that's a healthy loss of 9 to put St. Norbert well behind the chains here. See a lot of screens in these situations, so we'll see if St. Norbert indeed dials one up here as they'll flip the formation. 2nd and 19 here. Gills changes the play, and now it'll be a shotgun look instead. Gills looking deep left side for Lawrence, and he overthrew him. Lawrence will be helped up there on the sideline by a couple of Spartans. Nice effort from the sophomore. Gills not able to put that one on him, but it was a good throw. And you know, this is an Aurora team that leads the nation with 16 interceptions. If you don't put that ball in the right spot, these corners will take it away. Ben Slatkoff, who was in coverage that time, has 4 on the year. But that throw was to the sideline. If it wasn't Parker Lawrence coming up with it, it was no one. But still 3rd and a ton here for St. Norbert, under 4.5 to play in the second, trailing 7-6. And the play clock runs down and out. And that'll be 5 more here. Now you're in a spot on the field where, to put it mildly, a first down is not likely. 3rd and 24. Not likely, but not impossible. We'll see what St. Norbert elects. He will look to put it in the air. Gills rolls out to his right, throws it deep right sideline. No one home. 4th down. Well, Dennis Cooper, offensive coordinator, declining to surrender the possession. And now we'll see if Brody Wodak can flip the field here. Does have a career long of 65 yards, and to be completely honest, you might be okay with a touchback in this situation from where he's at on the field. And that would be an enormous kick. An end-over-end kick. That's an enormous kick. Down to the 23. Boy, nothing wrong with that. And that's where Aurora will take over with 4:11 to play before halftime, leading 7-6. And it'll be on the 22-yard line. Well, I did not think that I would see this many punts. Two very good defenses, but also a couple of offenses that have had success moving the football. Not today. First down for Aurora. The handoff to Creedon, who bounces out of the pile, and then a stiff arm there to keep the play alive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 7. As that time it was Alex Campbell who had a chance to make a tackle in the open field, and Jaquay Creedon wasn't having any of that. Spartans back up to the line on 2nd and 3. Play action. Bubble screen again to Bolin, but a nice play in the open field by Logan Dorner to hold him up. And to be completely honest, Boland lucky to get out of the clutches there and get forward even for a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2, under 3.5 to play in this second quarter. In a 7-6 game with Aurora in front. Be a quick out here, not complete to Trey Madsen, who caught it at the sticks and was drilled. Alex Campbell hammered him, and Madsen slow to get up. Took a moment to collect himself and is back on his feet. We have a B who visited the broadcast booth, and Jalen Deppenbrock and I both ready to evacuate here, but we stuck it out. Aurora will bring on the punt unit with 3:12 to play here. That's 4 straight punts, as both teams have exchanged them here over their last 2 possessions. Good to see that Madsen was able to pop back up after Campbell absolutely put a big open field hit on him. So here is Landa, who does get that one away into the wind, and Lawrence will call fair catch just inside his own 40.
The fair catch is made by Lawrence at the 40-yard.
Now Aurora won the toss and deferred, so they'll get the football to begin the 3rd quarter. And no doubt that is on the mind of the St. Norbert coaching staff here. Yardage has been hard to come by. St. Norbert 36 plays, 102 yards. Aurora 25 plays, 79 yards. And with 3:06 left, no guarantee that they'll get the football back. Ball on the St. Norbert 40. 4 receivers, bunches to both sides. They'll send Trin in motion. Here it goes to his left. Shook a tackle in the backfield as he shrugged off Cole Tandy and then slipped his way along the numbers out for positive yardage. Stand corrected. That is Owen Kudik that time. Be Marcellus Ramius, among others, in on the tackle. 2nd and 9 coming up here. You wonder if St. Norbert will start running the play clock low here just in case they don't advance the football. It's down to 15 here. 3 receivers. Pitch to the left to the short side of the field. It's Trin. Bounces off a would-be tackler and is down at the 44 for a gain of 3. He stays in bounds as well. 2:18 left before halftime. 7-6 Spartans. Trips to the, oh, not trips to the right. Slot receiver to the right. 3 receivers in total. Gills in the pistol with Trin. Now make it the shotgun. Aurora has 2 safeties deep here on 3rd and 6. Play clock running down. It's to 8. Now to 5 as the snap is away. Gills has his pass blocked and nearly picked. That was Jared Pratt who got his hands on it. A little bit of frustration from him as he thought he should have had that one, but it will force a punt here with 1:43 to play. That is now 3 straight 3-and-outs. Not the same team, mind you. Twice for St. Norbert, once for Aurora, but Spartans will get the football back with a little more than 90 seconds remaining. Here's Wodak. Another end-over-end kick. Will St. Norbert be able to down it? No. Aurora back to their own 20-yard line here. And Aurora will have 95 seconds to try to get downfield and tack on a score. And again, they start the second half with the football. Trips to the right here. A 4-receiver look for Aurora as they'll need to be in the hurry up. Swanson in the shotgun. They'll hand it to Jaquay Creedon, who takes it out to the left, shakes a tackle, gets out of bounds. Gain of 4. You'll take that. Both teams, it's worth noting, I don't know how useful this will be for St. Norbert, but both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. On a first half that has absolutely flown by, 55 minutes. Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Football Express here today. On second down, into the flat here for Creedon, who has the first down. Will be out to the 31. Clock will stop momentarily to reset the chains. 1:23 to play. Now they'll wind the clock as the football put down on the turf.
First down and 10 for the Spartans.
Spartans calling out signals from the sidelines. Swanson has 4 receivers to work with. 4 linemen here for St. Norbert. They'll have 2 deep safeties as Swanson will hand it off to Creedon up the middle. And he'll have to think that a timeout's coming here after he only gets a yard. 53 seconds to play. First half here. And to my surprise, they signaled St. Norbert taking that timeout. And they'll actually put an extra second back on the clock here. So again, this is normally the part of the game where we might go through some of the out-of-town scores, but there are none. They haven't started yet. Lakeland at Concordia, Wisconsin. CUW right now at 4-1. They haven't had their bye yet. Lakeland at 1-3. Then Benedictine just about set to kick off at Rockford. That one will begin here in a matter of minutes. Benedictine is 3-1. Rockford winless in 5 conference games. 7-6 here. 53 seconds to play before halftime. Aurora in front. 2nd and 8 from their own 33. Swanson in the pistol. He'll look to throw it. Rolls to his right. Is in some trouble and will be wrapped up just before going out of bounds. They will stop the clock. He loses a yard.
Loss of a yard in the play, 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Well, I will admit I was perhaps a bit surprised that St. Norbert called the timeout to play for the next possession, but that gives you an idea of how much confidence Dan McCarty has in his defense. It's 3rd and 9 with 45 seconds to play before halftime. Swanson throws it. It's tipped and picked by Joe Jung at the Aurora 40. Trey Madsen was hit as the ball arrived, and Jung has his 4th interception of the season, which moves him into the top 5 in the conference. And St. Norbert with a golden opportunity with 39 seconds to play before halftime on the Aurora 40-yard line, and they have the wind at their back. We'll need a first down at least to get into field goal range. Shotgun 4 receivers. A 2-by-2 look here as Gills back to throw, has all day, and then delivers it to the sticks for Austin Miller. He'll be taken down after a gain of 12. The clock stops. St. Norbert has 2 timeouts left. There are 30 seconds to play in the half. St. Norbert won't run it here. Trips to the left. Well, they won't take the timeout here. Gills will throw it to the sideline, nearly picked off, but it finds its way into the hands of Owen Kudik. The chains move again and the clock stops. That one went down to the Aurora 16. I cannot believe that wasn't picked off. 17 seconds left. Now St. Norbert very much in field goal range. This would be a 34-yard field goal. I'll run the play clock here. The game clock stopped at 17 seconds. 3 receivers and a tight end. Gills has Zuliger with him in the backfield. Gills will roll right. He's under pressure, throws it up just out of the reach of Austin Miller. But again, put that in a spot where at least he wouldn't turn over the football or take a sack. There's 11 seconds left. 2 timeouts left, but At best, you're looking at 3 plays here for the Green Knights. What will St. Norbert dial up here? From the Aurora 16, pistol 4 receivers. Again, 7-6 Aurora in front, 11 seconds remaining before halftime. Gill's a bad snap, it rolls to him. He picks it up, now throws it into the end zone, nearly picked off, right through the hands of Ernesto Ramirez, who appears just mistimed the jump. I mean, that was thrown right to him, just a bit too tall for him to make the play. I stand corrected, that was Giancarlo Marjarejo. And with 4 seconds left, we will see the field goal unit. The first career field goal attempt for Diego Preslakowski. The freshman here looks to give St. Norbert the lead. It would be a 33-yard field goal just inside the left hash. Good snap, kick is blocked. Scooped up, and here come the Spartans down the near sideline. That is going to be picked up by Zaya Smith. He won't be able to get down the field into the end zone, and the half will end with a blocked field goal, and Aurora will preserve their halftime lead. 7-6, Aurora up here at the break. A defensive battle here at Spartan Athletic Park. Cheer and dance team set to perform here momentarily. We'll have the halftime totals coming up in a bit. 7-6 Spartans in front. This is Aurora University football.
My pleasure to introduce to you your 2022 Aurora University Cheer and Dance Squad, led by Captains Olivia McCarter, Justine Pearson, Presley Vorven, and Catherine Fasking, and the head coach, Stephanie Yelton. Joining them today are participants in the 2022 Future Spartan Cheer and Dance Camp who are performing a routine.
tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Diamonds dancing on your neck, better tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Get money, get rich, baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. MLB, icy gang, better tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to back it 8 figures. Face on top, pockets on jigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder. Big pillow in the fire shit killer. Money post me, get sick of it. Boy killer, I don't need fillers. Never been a lame, so
It has been a battle of defenses as we get set for the second half of play. 7-6, Aurora in front, and they will receive the football to begin the second half. We'll take a look at the halftime totals. Offense, hard to come by. St. Norbert, 43 plays, 130 yards. Aurora, 91 yards on 30 plays. Now we're looking at about 3 yards per play both ways. It has been hard to come by offense in this one. St. Norbert has 10 first downs. Aurora has 7. Both teams with a touchdown. Right now, a missed PAT is the difference. But time of possession, how about this? St. Norbert, 20 minutes and 8 seconds with the football in that first half hour. Only one turnover to speak of as far as during downs, and that was a Joe Jung interception. Other than that, that's it. One turnover on downs, 6 punts, and a blocked field goal to end the half. Sean Fry with you, Jalen Deppenbrock on the camera. First of our 3 events today at Spartan Athletic Park. Men's soccer follows this at 4:30. And then women's soccer set for a 7 o'clock start today. St. Norbert to kick it away into a stiff wind. They will squib it down the field. Fielded inside the 20 by James Maltino. And a nice return here out near the 35-yard line. So Aurora takes over there. Spartans in black uniform tops, blue pants, white helmets. They'll move right to left. Wind at their back here for this third quarter. St. Norbert, gold helmets, white uniforms, moving left to right. They will have the wind at their back for the fourth quarter. Worth keeping an eye on here. Aurora looking to extend its lead. They went punt, touchdown, punt, punt, interception their first half drives. Pistol look here for receivers, and Swanson will hand it off to Creedon, who has all kinds of room out on the right side, and he'll have the first down. After starting at their own 33, Creedon takes it promptly out to the 43 to move the chains. See if Aurora can get a little more going offensively. So far, so good. Run-pass option. Swanson keeps it himself. Kicks it outside. He's tripped up by Sam Barnett. And it'll be a gain of, it's like about 3 here to the 46. Defensive leaders in this one. I will tell you about them in just a moment here. Aurora in the pistol. Underthrow here to the near side of the formation as Bright had some space near the line to gain. The pass was off the mark. And it'll be 3rd and 7 coming up here. Aurora on 3rd down in that first half, just 1 of 7. They'll hand off the football here. Creedon has it and more up the middle, and he will take it all the way in for the touchdown. 54 yards, and it's 13-6 Aurora. Creedon hit the hole with speed and untouched more than half the field. 7th rushing touchdown of the season, 2nd best in the conference. Matthew Heilich looking to add the extra point. That one is up. It is good, and it is 14-6. As it's Jaquay Creedon extending the Spartan lead. They'll kick it away here as St. Norbert looks for an answer. 14-6, a minute and 8 seconds into the half. This is Aurora University football. Jaquay Creedon. 9 rushes, 28 yards in the first half. Doubles that on 1 run. Well, I guess technically he tripled it, right? 28 to, well, it's 28 times 3, right? Jalen Deppenbrock, our camera operator, more of a math guy than I am, I think is a fair assessment. 13:52 left here as this kick is into the end zone.
The kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
St. Norbert take over here at their own 25-yard line, and to say the very least, there is work to do. Marcellus Ramius, by the way, led all players with 8 tackles in that first half. Sam Barnett had 6. Cole Tandy, 1.5 sacks. What does St. Norbert have in store as they look for an answer? 3 receivers in the pistol, play action, and then the pass batted down. Ramius and Connor Nordmeyer both in the vicinity. Neither of them could get to it.
Number 35, Connor Nordmeyer. Second down and 10.
Second and 10 here from the 25-yard line. Same formation, this time out of the shotgun. Gills barking out signals. St. Norbert rushed for only 13 yards in that first half. Gills, quick sit-down route from Lawrence. He'll haul that one in at the 31 and pick up an extra yard. Gain of 7, 3rd and short coming up.
In on the coverage for the Spartans. It's 3rd down.
Spartans trying to get their defense off the field. St. Norbert 4 of 10 in that first half. 14-6, 90 seconds and counting into this third quarter. Spartans in front, looking to get a little bit of a cushion here. Maybe a pitch to the left. That's Trin. Hesitates, tries to bounce it outside, and has the first down. Ends up taking the stick down with it. That's a pretty good indication that you got the first down. So a very patient run that time from St. Norbert. Is there a flag hiding somewhere there on the field? Oh my goodness, he didn't get it. He's a yard short. I thought he got all the way there. I guess he stepped out of bounds at the 34, and St. Norbert will send the punt unit on. A little tough to tell over on that area of the field. Sticks had pulled back a little bit, and so in fact Trin was not quite there. Now Wodak might have actually had some room to run for the first down there. Elected to send it away anyway, and Maltino will make the fair catch at his 30-yard line. It was interesting there. You were watching the last player had started to peel downfield for Aurora, and if Wodak had caught it, he had some room to get to the line to gain and keep the offense on the field. We'll see if that maybe was a missed opportunity, or hey, let's be honest, maybe it wasn't quite that obvious on the field. Aurora has it at their own 30. 3 plays to go 75 yards. Make that to go 67 yards last time. It was 4 plays. First down, throw up the middle along the hash marks. If that one's on the money, Connor Bright is gone. The wind at his back, Swanson just overthrew it.
Pass intended for Connor Bright, 2nd down and 10.
Elsewhere around the conference right now, Lakeland already trailing here through a quarter, 7-0. Concordia, Wisconsin has the lead. Benedictine is up 14-0 midway through the first quarter at Rockford. And AU volleyball, women's volleyball in action today, took the first set against Wisconsin Lutheran 25-12. Second down,
Reading the ball carrier.
Jaquay Creedon gets it again, takes it right up the chute, and he'll be down after a gain of 7.
Young and Barnett
3rd and
on
3
the
coming up.
St. Norbert. It'll be 3rd down and 3 yards to go for your Spartans.
The pistol look here for Aurora, 3 receivers. Creedon gets it again, bounces it outside. It will be close. And where they spot it could very well make the difference if this drive continues. Creedon's going to be a yard short.
Barnett in on the stop. He stopped just short.
Will Aurora try to go for it? They'll line up like they're going to. Swanson surveying the situation. He's under center on his own 39-yard line, and just as he snaps the football, timeout is called. And it's hard to know if that would have been a good decision or not. So the teams will discuss it. First timeout taken here by Aurora, 4th and 1, their own 39, coming up with 11:17 remaining in this 3rd quarter. This is Aurora University football. Out of the timeout, Don Beebe, at least from appearances up here, is going to trust the defense to get a stop if the offense can't convert. It is 4th and 1 from Aurora's 41, 11:17 remaining. Swanson will get the first down.
He's out past the 40. He's got enough for another AU.
First down here for Aurora. Football down to the 42. He ends up getting 3 yards. So Aurora is now converted on both of its 4th down attempts. New set of downs here, 14-6. Aurora in front, under 11 to play in this 3rd quarter. And what has been a thriller here so far. But Aurora up by 8 and looking to add to it. Pistol again here. Creedon gets the football and he's in trouble. He was met immediately that time by like maybe Tyler McCabe, and then Sam Barnett was there to finish the job. So Creedon with no gain. Aurora only threw the football for 53 yards in that first half. Haven't been able to get everyone on the same page there. Now a healthy dose of the run game, and how about that play by Tyler McCabe, who takes Creedon down in the backfield for a loss of 3. 3rd and very long here for Aurora.
3rd down and 14 yards to go.
St. Norbert, their defense has come as advertised in this one. They've still only allowed 10 touchdowns in what is now their 7th game this season. Pistol 4 receivers for the Spartans on 3rd and 13. Swanson dumps it off. That's Ty Pruitt on the screen, but he won't get there. Stand corrected, that was Swanson. I thought he actually got rid of it, but in fact it was Swanson who emerged from the pile, ran for it, but did not get all the way there. Gain of 7, and Aurora will punt it away here. Parker Lawrence, all-conference honorable mention returner. Would think it unlikely that he'll get a chance to return this with Landa having the wind at his back. Kick is a spiral kick to the near side of the field. It's a beauty. Hops out of bounds inside the 20. Aurora will take it. And for Landa, that'll be the 3rd one this season that he's put down inside the 20. St. Norbert will take over here with 8:56 to play in the 3rd quarter, and they'll have the ball on their own 15-yard line. Three receivers, trips to the left here. Gills in the pistol as Zuliger in the backfield with him. Now a shotgun look. Play clock running down to 10. Gills throws the sit-down route to Lawrence here on the near side. He has it across the 20. Gain of 7. Well, Dan McCarty was happy with how the team's pass protection has improved, and Gills has done well to get the football out a little bit quicker as the game has gone along after being sacked a couple of times in that first half. Same formation. Aurora with a couple of safeties high, and Gills will throw that same route again. Well, it worked once. Why not go back to it? This time gets the first down. Lawrence will have it at the 29, as after it got 7 the first time, it gets 7 again. Jalen, what do you think? Will they do it a third time? I think you would call that the Madden offense right there. Same formation. Well, no, not the same formation. It's the pistol this time. Well, here we go. Same look as the previous two plays. We'll see if they try it again. Ben Slatkoff on the near side. Pump fake, and now they'll throw it deep. Caught by Lawrence at midfield. Well, it sure looked like it at first, but Gills with the shoulder fake and then an excellent throw. That ends up being a gain of 25. Midway through this third quarter, it's 14-6 Aurora, St. Norbert driving. 3 plays to go, a little more than 30 yards. Trips to the left here, a 4-receiver look. St. Norbert in the shotgun. Gills rolling to his left and found a receiver at the 30. First down again, as it looks like Austin Miller Owen Kudik just got lost out there. Found a soft spot in the defense, and Gills, to his credit, put it on him. So that moves the ball another 22 yards down to the Aurora 24. And the Green Knights with the initiative here as they move down the field looking to try to get level in this game. A pistol 4-receiver look. Play action here. Gills rolls to his left and fires complete to Kruger. First down, and he'll be down to the 10 for a goal-to-go situation. I'll even give him one extra. It'll be first and goal from the 9. That's 4 straight first downs for this St. Norbert offense. But can they finish the job? Fourth time they've been in the red zone. They only have 1 touchdown. Gills to his right, throws it back corner, sailed it. Was running out of time and had to do something with it. 14-6 Spartans in front. Now on the first drive of the game, St. Norbert had the football for nearly 9 minutes, 18 plays to go 74 yards. They needed 75. Aurora got a stop. St. Norbert did get a touchdown their next time in the red zone and then had a blocked field goal to end the first half. Second and goal from the 9. Gills with all kinds of time, threw it up the middle, and it's a good thing he short hopped that to Tommy Heft, or else it was picked. A decision to make here if this one doesn't get into the end zone. You need the points, but you just had a field goal attempt blocked. So we'll see what St. Norbert does here on this third down attempt. Play clock running down to 7. Shotgun, 4 receivers, trips to the right. The crowd getting loud here. And a timeout will be called here with the play clock running down. This will be St. Norbert's first charge timeout. 14-6. Spartans in front, 5:53 to play in the third, and a 3rd and goal from the 9 coming up. This is Aurora University football. Third and goal from the 9 here. St. Norbert trailing 14-6. Trying to get even here. 5:53 to play in the third. Gills throws it to the end zone, and it pops free. It looked like it was simultaneous possession there. Lawrence in the back of the end zone. Then flags come in. We'll see if that's offsetting or what happened there. An Aurora player lost his helmet in all that. It looked like they both had it. The ball popped free when the players hit the turf. And now we wait to see what Jeffrey Mansilla will call on this one as the officials confer. There was laundry flying from every direction.
After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 29. Takes half the distance to the goal.
It is on Aurora, and it'll give St. Norbert 4 more tries from inside the 5.
29 to be out of the game for one play for his helmet coming off during play. First and goal, St. Norbert.
It was Ben Slatkoff who took the penalty, and he was also the player who lost his helmet, so he has to come out for a play. This will be the officially, I suppose, the 9th play of the drive. It's gone 80 yards. It needs 5 more. Pitch to the right. This is Kudik who turns the corner. And he'll pick up, looks like maybe a yard here to the 3. Second and goal. Now they need about 9 feet. 5:21 and counting to play in the third. It's 14-6. Shotgun, 3 receivers. It's a jet sweep for Lawrence, and it's a race to the edge. He turns inside. He doesn't get there. That was Marjarejo who got in there. The football is now down to the 2. Well, 4 plays from the 4. A yard at a time will get you there. It's not ideal. Now it's down to 6 feet. The crowd gets into it again. Gills to his left in trouble, throws it up out of the end zone as he was rushed. Otis Watts was not fooled at all, stayed at home, and I think a lot of credit due there to Gills, who had to get rid of it, but he couldn't just throw it away, so he did well to find a gold hat and overthrow it. So now it's 4th and 2. Can Aurora come up with a second goal line stand? 4:31 left. Players on the sideline signaling the crowd to get loud. 14-6 for now. Play clock running down. St. Norbert will call a timeout, and they'll have 1 remaining. We'll see how important that ends up being. They'll have a chance to discuss it. So 4th and goal from the 2 coming up here for St. Norbert. It's 14-0 Concordia, Wisconsin leading Lakeland in McQuan early in the second. Benedictine, 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. They lead at Rockford 21-0. Eureka home to Wisconsin Lutheran tonight at 6 o'clock. AU women's volleyball about to be up 2-0 back on campus against Wisconsin Lutheran. 25-12 the first set, and they have set point. And in fact, they just did it here as I speak, 25-15 to the second. Aurora's now won 60 consecutive matches when leading 2-0, so they'll look to close that out. Currently in a tie for first in the conference standings after Concordia, Wisconsin fell last night. So we'll keep you posted on that. And then AU men's and women's soccer right here after this one against MSOE. 4th and goal from the 2, 4:28 to play. Third quarter, 14-6 Aurora in front. Shotgun, 2 receivers. It's a run pass option. Gills back in the end zone, and a terrific play made there, I believe, by Ben Slatkoff, as Aurora comes up with a goal line stop again. So Slatkoff makes the play just moments after being called for a penalty that extended the drive. And it remains 14-6. Having said that, the last time Aurora was in this situation, they went 3 and out and had to punt it from underneath their goalposts. So St. Norbert will try to do that again. We'll see if Jaquay Creedon gets this on first down. He sure does. And gets some space into the middle of the field. He's taken down across the 15 for the first down. So you'd have been happy if you're Don Beebe with 2 or 3 yards just to have a little bit of room to operate. Jaquay says, why stop there? He gets 17, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Aurora 19. Spartans back out in the shotgun. 3 receivers, slot near side. Creedon gets the football again. Bounces it outside, and he'll be across the 25 here to the 26. That's 7 more. As Creedon now starting to close in on 100 yards. That's 4 100-yard rushing games in 6 attempts this season at a $118 at Eureka last week. 2nd and 3. I'll give it to Jaquay one more time, and he will, it's Tavion Jeans who gets it. And he'll get the first down out to the 34. Gain of 8. Believe that is the first touch today for Tavion, the junior from Lombard. In limited carries, averaging 6 per, and adding to that here. Under 3 minutes to play in the third, 14-6 Aurora, 1st and 10 from their own 34. Wheel route here to Jeans, makes one player miss, now up the hash marks across the 40s, taken down from behind by Michael Creighton. So now it's Aurora ripping off yards in chunks. Gain of 7 that time. Wind at Aurora's back, perhaps in their sails as well as they start to get on schedule offensively. Held below 100 yards in that first half. How about one more for Jeans? A little bit of a bobble that time, and the hesitation was enough for Michael Creighton to get in there and make the stop. No gain. And it'll be 3rd and 3 coming up. Final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Aurora deploys 4 receivers, trips to the right. Swanson keeps it himself, and he will have the first down. Out across the 45, and I think if you're Don Beebe, you probably would like a whistle here, but Swanson just keeps on going. Well, what do I know? The quarterback just keeps on going and ends up with a gain of 14. Out to the St. Norbert 45. Three receivers in the shotgun. Swanson wants another to the 40, 35-30 on the near sideline, out of bounds. I would have been out of breath from the previous play. Swanson calls his own number right after that. Takes it down to the St. Norbert 27. 18 more for Swanson. Well, he can't possibly run it a third time here, can he? Pistol, three receivers, 35 seconds to play in this third quarter. Well, it will be Jaquay Crean getting it to the left. Turns upfield, he's at the 20, near the 15. And if they spot it where they are, it's a first down, and in fact, they will move the chains. 11 yards more for Jaquay. 3 straight plays with a first down, and they're into the red zone. Believe it or not, just the second time Aurora has had the football inside the St. Norbert 20. They'll have to try to complete this drive into the wind here as they come off here. 45 minutes in the books. Aurora up 14-6 and driving here against St. Norbert. This is Aurora University football. Fourth quarter set to begin. Aurora will have the football in the red zone at the St. Norbert 16. It's 14-6 Aurora. And considering how difficult offense has been to come by, this could be very, very important. So we have an officials timeout here, as apparently there is they said an equipment problem, so they're getting that addressed. Well, they're bringing the chains down here finally, and now we're ready to go. Let's see what Aurora can do, and again, just their second trip into the red zone here. 9th play of the drive, started on their own 2. 4 receivers, trips to the right, bunched out just inside the numbers on that near sideline. 1 safety high here for the Green Knights. Swanson in trouble, gets rid of it. It's a jump ball, and they will throw a flag. Now that was very close, as I believe that was Ty Pruitt out over there, and he was very close to the sideline. I did not think they would throw the flag initially because of where he was, but I think they waited to see where the ball would land and deemed that it would be a catchable ball. So it's pass interference. And incredibly, just the 3rd penalty that St. Norbert has taken today. So that will move the football down to the 2 because it happened in the end zone. So in the opening minute of the fourth, Aurora with a chance to extend the lead. Swanson has Creedon behind him in the pistol. Will we see Jaquay get the football? We will, and he is in for 6. Touchdown Spartans, 20-6. Extra point forthcoming, but Aurora finally with some insurance points here. There is still work to do here. St. Norbert was able to move the ball effectively on their previous drive, but had no points to show for it. Heilig for the PAT. It's up, and it's good. And it's 21-6, seconds into the fourth quarter. Aurora leading. This is Aurora University football. Jaquay Creedon, 19 carries, 135 yards, his 5th 100-yard rushing performance of the season. And his 2nd touchdown of the day gives Aurora a 21-6 advantage. They'll kick it away here. Again, Austin Wilgos dealing with the wind in his face. So expect a low line drive here. Gets it up into the wind to my surprise. Miller fields it at his own 19. Takes it along the hash marks and nearly got his helmet torn off there. That's about as easy a face mask as you're likely to see. Obviously no intent there, but when Miller looks to duck out of the way, and ends up being a pretty dangerous situation. So that'll tack on 15 more, and it should take the football out to the St. Norbert 49-yard line. Well, in fact, maybe right to midfield. Well, folks, I'm one to tell you that I like having history to draw from, but it doesn't matter, of course. There's nothing that influences anything one way or the other, but St. Norbert's only touchdown came on a drive that started at midfield, right on the 50. They'll try to replicate that here. Handoff on first down for Zuliger, who was spun around at the line. He got forward for a gain of 3. I don't think that was Marcellus Ramius in making the stop. Well, just another day for Marcellus Ramius. That's his 9th tackle, matching Ernesto Ramirez with team high for Aurora. Sam Barnett's been a busy guy for St. Norbert. He has 13 tackles. 2nd and 7. 3 receivers pistol. Gills has his pass batted at the line, intended for Parker Lawrence. 3rd and 7 coming up, and you're down 21-6 early in the 4th. Have to think this area of the field, it's 4-down territory now. St. Norbert has had the football for more than 27 minutes at this point, to just 19 for the Spartans. But only 6 points. Stopped inside the 2 twice in this one. Trips to the left 4 receivers. Gill with time and delivers it to Kudik inside the 35 for the first down. Gain of 13, and St. Norbert now 4 for 13 on 3rd down.
34-yard line.
Aurora has outgained St. Norbert 258 to 230. St. Norbert has run 8 more plays. in the pistol here on first down. Play action, complete up the middle for Lawrence inside the 15. And then he fumbles at the end of the play, but after he was on the ground, that's a good call by the officials, and it'll be another first down. Put the ball down at the 18, and that's 16 more yards for the Spartans. But once again, St. Norbert in the red zone, and it has been unkind. 1 for 4 today. It is hard to win football games getting down into this area of the field this many times and not getting points. Can they do it here? 13 and change to play in the fourth. Spartans up 21-6. Gills into the end zone, and it's picked off. Ben Slatkoff will take it out of the end zone down the far sideline, and he'll take it out near the 20-yard line. Just the 5th time Richie Gills has been intercepted this season. This one in the end zone, and Aurora will take over. And that's now 4 out of 5 times that St. Norbert has gotten inside the Aurora 20 and not been able to cash in. An opportunity here for Aurora to eliminate all doubt. 4 receivers. Boland in motion across the formation as Swanson in the pistol goes to play action, throws the slant route to Bright, makes the catch at the 40 and is taken down there. First catch. Make that the second catch for Bright today. First down as they'll put the ball down on the 40 after a gain of 22. Spent his freshman season at Division II Saginaw Valley State. Making an impact here early in this fourth quarter. Swanson on the run pass option keeps it himself. Bounces it outside and has the first down across midfield. Very patient run that time. And he'll have 11 more to the St. Norbert 49. $18 first downs for Aurora. They average more than 25 per game. It hasn't been a great day for the offense, but they've performed well here after halftime. From the shotgun, Swanson steps up and finds Trey Madsen at the 35 for another first down. Been a quiet day for Madsen. He gets a gain of 15 here. He came in to the day in the top 15 in the nation in receiving yards, second in the country with 12 touchdown catches, and 7th in the nation in all-purpose touchdowns. But believe it or not, that's just his first catch today. And he hasn't had one go for 6. 11-18 remaining in the fourth. Aurora up 21-6. 3 receivers and Swanson in the pistol. Slot far side. He'll hand it here for Creedon, who tried to shuffle to the end of the line and didn't have much room to operate. Sam Barnett was there. Looked like Drew Jurack in from the strong safety position as well. And they'll give Creedon a yard that time. Aurora, though, is in 4-down territory at this point, so St. Norbert will need to find a way to get more plays like that. A 2x2 4-receiver look as Swanson lines up in the pistol. He'll throw a quick slant for Ty Pruitt, but that was tipped at the line. It's 3rd and 9. 10.5 left. 21-6. Aurora in front. I don't think there's any doubt here. St. Norbert needs to make sure this doesn't end in points. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Swanson rolling right. He'll have to pocket it and then takes a big hit at the end of the play. It was John Beck, looked like Justin Benoit as well. And Swanson with a rare sack taken here. That's the first time today. He loses 3 yards. Just hasn't been sacked that much just in general this season.
4th down and 12 yards to go.
So it's 4th and a dozen
From the Spartans.
from the Aurora 36. And as I mentioned, they'll go for it. Don Beebe does not punt this far down the field typically. 4 receivers, under 10 minutes remaining in this one. 21-6. Aurora leading, and now Don Beebe with the play clock running out will take his second timeout. It's interesting. Both teams with just 1 timeout remaining here in the final 10 minutes of regulation. Spartans up 21-6. This is Aurora University football. Been a defensive struggle in this one. Aurora has found a way to pick up 3 touchdowns, and the defense has been sensational, particularly inside of, well, let's be honest, inside of its own 10-yard line. A couple of stops down there that right now are the difference in the football game. It's 4th and 12, the St. Norbert 36. 4 receivers here for Aurora. Creedon behind Swanson in the pistol. Swanson in trouble, gets rid of it, and it's bobbled and caught for a first down. Connor Bright did not get that one clean. He stayed with it and then was able to slip forward for the first down. He did not have that one at first contact. But he gets a gain of 18, and Aurora is now 4 for 4 on 4th down today. So they're back into the red zone. 3 receiver shotgun look here for Aurora. Pass complete. Short gain here inside the 15, near the 10. Actually ended up becoming more of a gain as Bright with another catch for the Spartans. Stand corrected, it's Michael Boland that time making the catch. He ends up getting 9. And Aurora has the football down at the 10-yard line. I'll make it to 9. It's 2nd and a yard here. Under 9 minutes, and now for that matter, under 8.5 minutes remaining. 21-6 Aurora. Trying to potentially put this one away. Handoff here to James Montino, who will have the first down. And he'll be down to the 7. And Aurora will have 4 plays to punch it in from there. Well, you can afford to be a little more deliberate at this point.
First down and goal to go from the 7.
21-6. Aurora looking to win its 28th consecutive conference game and 15th straight game on its home field. Top 5 streaks in the country for both. 3 receivers, trips to the right. 2 out by the numbers on the near side. Boland adjacent to the line. Pump fake for Swanson. Rolls right into the end zone. Wide open. Trey Madsen. Touchdown Spartans. 13th touchdown catch of the year for Madsen. And it's 27-6 midway through the 4th quarter. 3 touchdowns for Aurora in the second half after being limited to 1 before the break. Heilich for the PAT. That one is up and good. Aurora leads St. Norbert 28-6. 7:35 left here at Spartan Athletic Park. This is Aurora University football. Austin Wheelghost to kick this away for Aurora. They lead 28-6, 7:35 remaining. St. Norbert will have to hurry it up at this point. Here is Wheelghost to kick it away here. One curling to the left. Well, that would be a terrific slider, but not the right sport, as it turns out, and St. Norbert will take over at the 35.
The kick goes out of bounds.
Aurora women's volleyball, for the moment, all alone in first place in the NAC. They defeat Wisconsin Lutheran 25-12, 25-15, 25-19. They were tied at the start of the day with Concordia, Wisconsin. The Falcons, who have the tiebreaker. They'll play here in a little less than an hour against St. Norbert to keep pace in the penultimate game of the conference schedule. Things wrap up on Wednesday. 1st and 10 here from the 35 for St. Norbert. Gills is in trouble, and he's taken down. There were several Spartans in there. Did not see who ended up with the sack there. There were so many to choose from. It ends up being a loss of 8. 2nd and 18 now as St. Norbert has to get back up to the line. 4 receivers, 2 by 2. Play clock down to 10. St. Norbert will have to be a little quicker than that. Gills in trouble, running upfield, threw it as he reached the line of scrimmage and overthrew Austin Miller. 3rd and a bunch. 28-6 Aurora. 6:49 remaining. AU men's soccer is next up. That's a 4:30 start. Women's soccer follows at 7 o'clock, both of those against MSOE. Third and 18. As the sand beginning to run out of the hourglass here for St. Norbert. Trips to the left, 4 receivers, and Gills hit as he threw it. And St. Norbert will bring in the punt unit. Not a good time for a 3 and out. If you're St. Norbert, now you're at a point in the game where if you go for it and don't get it, there's really no disincentive to not go for it here. Looks like there's not going to be a fake here either. So a low line drive that Maltino fields inside his own 25. He's in trouble, reverses field, ends up with some positive yardage for all that out to the 35. And a chance for Aurora to run out the clock here. They don't need points. They just need the next 6.5 minutes to go away quickly. Concordia, Wisconsin leading Lakeland just shy of halftime, 17-7 there in the final minute. Oh, make that 20-7. Falcons just went in with a field goal. And then Benedictine absolutely hammering Rockford. It's 42-7 in the final minute of the first half there. Jet sweep on first down for Trey Madsen, who stays inbounds and will have a gain of 3 here. So if the current scores hold, and there's a lot of football left there for Concordia, Wisconsin, they would move to 5-1 and send Lakeland to 1-4. Benedictine would move to 4-1, and Rockford would drop to 0-6. Eureka home to Wisconsin Lutheran tonight, which means that Concordia Chicago getting the day off. Under 6 minutes remaining, Aurora is running play clock down here to 10 and now 9 as the snap is off. A flag comes in. Jaquay Creedon has the first down, runs out of bounds, and the flag came in as Swanson took contact on that RPO, and now we'll see what Jeremy Mansilla has for us. It's holding on Aurora. It's the 5th penalty that Aurora has taken. So it wipes off a first down and sends the football back to the 28-yard line. Having said that, Aurora may still be content to keep the football on the ground. Tavion Jeans into the backfield next to Swanson. 3-receiver look here for Aurora. Swanson will throw it. It's a hitch route for Michael Boland, who has it. Gain of 6, 3rd and a long 10 here for Aurora. 5:10 remaining, 28-6 the Spartan advantage. Four receivers for Aurora as they appear to be looking for the play clock here. It's down to 10 as the snap is off. Swanson complete up the middle. That's Boland again. He'll have 5 more. Won't be enough, and Aurora will bring the punt unit on. Aurora had, at halftime, only 91 yards of offense. They go for 258, I believe, in the second half. Much more typical for that offense in a half. See Kevin Landa here punting into the wind. Spiral kick that hangs up there, and Lawrence will call for the fair catch inside his own 30.
Catch is made inside the 30-yard line by Lawrence.
So 4:07 left for St. Norbert to come up with 3 scores and a 2-point conversion at some point. So the likelihood of that certainly not seeming particularly high, but that is why they play the game. But a team that served notice throughout the game that they were ready to play with the 2-time fall defending champions. Gills hit as he threw it. Aurora fell on the loose football, but referee Jeremy Mansilla signaled incomplete right away. Thinking a lot about the Patriots and Raiders from 20 years ago, the tuck rule game, if you're familiar with NFL. We call it lore at this point. I'm glad I didn't have to make the call down there. 4:02 left, 28-6, Aurora up. Gills in the shotgun again. Rolling to his right, throws it down the field and caught. Nice play by Kruger at midfield for the first down. 21 yards. Gills 21 of 41, 234 yards. Well, I'm counting now. We'll tack on 21 to that. So 255 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. St. Norbert hurrying back to the line here. 4 receivers. Trips to the left. Clock running. Gills is in trouble, manages to avoid a sack, and now takes off up the middle. He'll give himself up inside the 40. That looked like it had the potential to be a strip sack right there, and at the last possible moment, Gills sidestepped the blindside rusher. Ends up with a gain of 12 and now gets the snap here. 3:15 left. Gills underthrew Kudik. Clock stops here. It's 28-6. If St. Norbert is able to put one in, an onside kick, of course, would almost certainly ensue, and St. Norbert can only stop the clock one additional time. 4 receivers. Do not believe there will be any more designed runs. Gill steps up in the pocket, completes it to Miller at the 25. He's still on his feet, so he'll get an extra yard. Gain of 15. And I'll move the chains and stop the clock. 3:02 is what remains here. Green Knights back to the line. Trips to the right. Gills scrambling right and will significantly underthrow his intended receiver Alex Meisenheimer, but no grounding that time. Clock stops at 2:43 left, 2nd and 10. On the Aurora 24, 28-6 the score. In a game that, folks, is absolutely flying. It's 2:21. The game started at noon. Four receivers. 3 to the right. Gills looks left, throws left, diving and making the catch is Lawrence. At the 13. That'll move the chains. Gain of 11. Well, Aurora, you don't want to give up points, don't get me wrong. But what's more important at this point is just running the clock down. You're up by 3 scores. So I think they were willing to give St. Norbert something, but now there's just not enough field to give them anything. Gills, with time, into the pocket, has all day, then throws it up. Terrific coverage by Aurora. There was nowhere to put the football. What's at stake here, though, is St. Norbert is into the red zone for the 6th time, is not coming up empty for the 5th time. And if they do, that will well and truly end it. If they do, they can at least hold their breath for a little longer. 3 receivers and a tight end as Gills is in the shotgun. He rolls right, and that will be whistled dead immediately for a false start. Aurora with a huge game next week at Benedictine. Still 2:09 left to close out the Green Knights here. Same formation. Gills will look right this time. Pump fake, he's hit, the ball is out. The Spartans have it. Oh, St. Norbert has it. Oh, from here it looked like Jared Pratt was on it. And somehow St. Norbert managed to take it away. And then Pratt is slow to get up. So we certainly hope he's okay. I have no idea how St. Norbert managed to get that football. There were 2 Spartans on the ball, and at the bottom of the pile, it looks like Dylan Schuster or stand corrected, Richie Gills, my apologies, managed to get in there and wrestle the football away. And I have no idea how he did that. There were 2 Spartans on that football from this angle, but the referees had to sort it out. So here we are, 2 minutes left. Pratt has come off the field. Again, we certainly hope he's okay. 3rd and forever, 23 to get here. Gills rolls right, now throws it up the middle. It's a jump ball, and Ernesto Ramirez made a nice break on the football to deny Alex Meisenheimer. So this will be the football game here with a minute 51 left. Any remaining hope for the Green Knights comes down to this one. There's a first down to get here. Football would need to get down to the 3-yard line. So this one is likely going into the end zone. Gills gets away from Cole Tandy and now heaves it up into the end zone, incomplete. And Aurora with a minute 42 will likely be able to just kneel on it here and end this one. 1 for 6 in the red zone in this one for St. Norbert. It could certainly have been a much different football game. But the Spartan defense able to come up with stops at very opportune times. And the result is that Aurora will be able to put the knee down here and move to 6-1 on the season, 5-0 in conference play. St. Norbert does have 1 timeout, so in fact, Aurora may need to run a play or 2. Creedon will get forward out to the 21, rather to the 31. That'll be a gain of 5. And it does not appear that St. Norbert is at this point going to force Aurora to do anything except kneel on it from here. That's a quality win here for Aurora. And a terrific effort today for St. Norbert, who at least for a half hour are able to do what really no one else in the NAC had been able to, and that was slow down the Spartan offense. Final minute here. Tavion Jeans will get a carry. He'll have the first down out to the 38-yard line. One more snap will be required here, and then that will do it here from Spartan Athletic Park. So again, huge game next week for the Spartans at Benedictine. Eagles well in command at Rockford. Here is the final kneel down of the game. That will be a 1 o'clock start next week. The Spartans will celebrate this one. 28-6, the final. They knock off St. Norbert. And again, remain undefeated in conference play. Final totals, Aurora outgains St. Norbert 365 to 298. Aurora averages 5.5 yards per carry to just under 4 for St. Norbert. Josh Swanson, 17 of 27 for 143 yards passing. 2 touchdowns and an interception. He also rushed for 57 on 11 tries. Michael Bolin and Trey Madsen had touchdown catches. Jaquay Creedon runs for 142 yards on 21 carries, nearly 7 yards per touch, and 2 touchdowns today. Richie Gills, 23 of 48 for 281 yards passing, a touchdown and an interception. But St. Norbert rushes for only 17 yards on 28 carries, while Aurora piled up 222 on 39 touches. Parker Lawrence, 8 catches for 88 yards to lead all players. And Cameron Kruger had 5 catches for 75 yards. So Aurora now 5 and make that 6-1 on the season. 5-0 in the NAC. Benedictine next week at 1 o'clock. St. Norbert falls to 4-3, 3-2 in league play. And they'll visit Rockford next week at 1 o'clock as well. Big thank you to our camera operating platoon today. We had Jalen Deppenbrock, who had to go get ready for men's soccer coming up here through 3 quarters. Jonathan Ray able to wrap it up here. Both did a great job, and we thank them for their efforts today. Also, a big thank you to the entire AU Game Day crew. Ali Texera, our graduate assistant for athletic communications, leading the way today. For our director of communications, Brian Kipley. Also Chad Trudeau, director of facilities. Kaylee Underwood, among others, helping get the field and the facilities ready for this one. So a big thank you to them for their efforts in making this and all of our events here happen. So up next, right on this same field, Aurora men's soccer is home to MSOE. 4:30 the start time. Women's soccer will play MSOE at 7, so we've got plenty more Aurora University athletics for you. So far, 2 wins. AU women's volleyball in 3 sets over Wisconsin Lutheran, and Aurora's 28-6 win in football over St. Norbert today. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. My name is Sean Fry, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks when Aurora returns home to take on Lakeland. This has been Aurora University football at athletics.aurora.edu.